Let's vibe, let's roll, let's get it. Whoa, shawty showing out, throwing on the dance floor. Fashion killer, huh? You don't give a fuck what a nigga gotta say or a bitch what?
Hey you guys, it's Naimahrae and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join the fam because we stay lit over here. You feels me. And if you're a returning viewer, hi, how are you guys doing on this very gloomy day? It's raining outside. I don't know why, but it seems like every time I want to film, it is raining outside. But hey, I'll be pumping out the videos anyways, okay? But as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I am back with another story time, and you guys are definitely going to want to stay to the end to hear this one, okay? Okay, as I always say, make sure you guys send me video ideas because I'm open to trying new things, you know, new year, new video ideas for the channel, you dig? Anyways, I'm not going to ramble. I don't want the story to be too long, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. To start, I had this friend, and we're gonna call him Nick. He was a really cool guy, okay? He's a really cool guy. He's smart, he's funny, all that. He cute or whatever. Anyways, and he was really cool. The problem was he tends to make a lot of bad decisions. Like, when I say a lot of bad decisions, I mean like this man's crazy ex, who we're gonna name for the purposes of this video, Charlotte, sent him to jail and he got back with her, which is exactly what this story time is about. But to figure out how I tie into all of that, please stay tuned, please, because it gets good, okay? It gets, y'all. Nick was my friend, and pretty much like I said, he made a lot of bad decisions. And one summer I decided to check on him because like I felt like because of how he acted, a lot of our other friends just kind of just like, no, I don't want to deal with him. I don't. So I decided to check on him. I was like, hey Nick, I just wanted to see how you're doing. And this is all through text message. He was like, oh, I'm good. And you know, he was telling me all the things that he was doing now. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of him. He's getting his life together. I was so proud, like, honestly. And so he was like, how are you? And at the time, I was going through it, okay? And this is relevant, so I'm going to put it in there. I was in a relationship, but at the time, like, it was just like, it was slowly falling apart. Like, it was slowly going downhill. And I was really hesitant to tell him about all of that, but he sent another message and he was like, I just want to let you know, you don't have to tell me anything, but if you need someone to listen to you, like, I'll be here to listen. And if you need me, he was pretty much saying if I need him, like, he's there. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I was going through it and like that touched my heart. It really touched my heart. Like, I was like going through it. I ended up telling him what was going on. We talked about it, and like, low-key after that instance, I kind of had a little baby crush, on him, just something small. And I know what y'all thinking, Naimah, you was in a relationship, but I just said the relationship was going downhill, and I know that's not how you solve your problems, but I just don't want to hear it, okay? I know I was wrong, I do. Anyways, after that, me and Nick and another one of our friends, who I'm gonna call Trina, we would all hang out like over the summer. And Nick was a very flirtatious person. I was a very flirtatious person. So we would like flirt back and forth, but it was nothing like too serious because it was like we had been friends and I never really like thought of Nick like that. And even though I had that tiny crush, it was something that like went away and it would sometimes come back, but it wasn't really a big deal. So one day specifically, I was with Nick and Trina, and I had Nick's phone because me and Trina love messing with him, and I had his phone, and somebody whose initial in his phone was C, okay, C, was blowing up his phone. I was like, who is this? I was like, dang, Nick, like, you got the house, like, who is this? Somebody blowing you up. Somebody really needs you right now. But he was doing something. He just, he came over, he grabbed his phone and just carried on. And, I didn't think much of it. I was just like, okay, whatever. But I didn't think much of it at the time, okay? But I need y'all to remember that, okay? Please remember that moment, okay? Rewind the video if you need to this part. Okay. So after a while, we get towards like the end of the summer. It's getting close to me going back to school. And Trina she's like, Naimah, I think that Nick has a crush on you. She was like, honestly, like, it's just a lot of chemistry between you two when we hang out. She was like, I kind of don't want to hang out with y'all no more because I be feeling like a third wheel. And I was just like, really? I was like, I didn't know that you felt like that. I'm sorry. And da-da-da. Because, like, I really didn't notice it. And she was like, I think he has a crush on you. And I was just in there like, I've never really thought of Nick like that. So I was like, I don't really think he does, but if you think so, she was like, I'm gonna ask him. So she ended up asking him in front of me, and I heard him with my own 2 ears, and he was like, yeah, a little bit. Like, you know, I got a little crush on her, just a little one. I was like, you got a crush on me? And I was like, Naimah, you got a boyfriend. Stop smiling. After that, like, fast forward a little bit more. I'm about to go back to school. It's the end of summer pretty much, and I was telling Trina, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I really want to hang out with Nick before I leave to go back to school, because, like, I'm gonna miss him and this and that. And she was like, okay, we'll hang out with him. I was like, can you come with me? And she was like, no, because I don't want to feel like a third wheel. Now, I really respect her for that, but I just felt like it was a bad idea for me to hang out with Nick alone. But she didn't, clearly, because she took my phone and texted him and was like, let's go to the movies. And so we didn't end up going to the movies. We ended up going somewhere else. But he replied back and was like, okay, sure, like, we could do something else and this and that and da-da-da. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous. Because in my heart, I felt like it was a bad idea for me to go. Mind you, though, throughout this whole thing, my boyfriend at that time, he knew that I was hanging out with Trina and Nick all the summer, and he knew that I was going to hang out with Nick on whatever day we had specified. So it gets to the day, and I'm low-key kind of hoping that he forgot. He didn't. And then my dumb self, I decided to mention it first. I was like, hey, are we still doing something later? And he was like, yeah, we're gonna go here, da-da-da. He hit me with the time, the place, the moments, everything. And I was like, energy. Yes. So he comes to pick me up, and I'm just like, okay, cool. And, like, I'm texting Trina, I'm nervous. She's like, Naimah, don't be nervous. Like, you guys are friends, calm down. And I'm sitting here in my head, I'm like, yeah, she's right. It's a friendly date. Like, it's all good. So, you know, on our way there, like, you know, he sets the mood with a nice little playlist. He like, yeah, I can't play this playlist in front of my guy friends. I was like, good, like, you know, it's just something real chill or whatever. And, you know, the word date was thrown out a little bit, and I was like, friend date, that's what you meant. We here. Pretty much we go out, and y'all, I'm not gonna lie, like, to sum up what happened, because it was a long, well, it wasn't really that long of a night, but it felt like a long night. To sum up what happened, there was a lot of flirting. There was this weird, like, chemistry type vibe in the air. Like, we was like clicking, and it was just kind of like, oh shoot. Like, I was smiling the whole night. This man was funny. He taught me how to play pool. Like, it was fun, and the vibe was nice. But as stated before, your girl was still in a relationship, and I know what y'all thinking, but I already said I was in the wrong, so don't come for me in the comments, okay? I already said it. Anyways, later on that night, we get back to my house after the date or whatever, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm nervous, like, you know, and I'm getting my stuff together to get out of his car, and he turned his car off, and I'm like, okay, like, you know, I'm saying, okay, preserving gas, cool, save the earth. So, you know, I'm getting my stuff together, and this man opened my door, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you, sir. And so I'm about to walk back, you know, to my door, and he started walking with me. I'm like, what you doing? He was like, I'm walking you to the door, and I was like, how sweet. Honestly, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie, that was like the first time a guy has like got out the car and walked me to my front door. I was like, oh, okay, Nick. We get to my front door, and I thought I unlocked the door, and so I turned to him, and y'all, I'm on a stair, so like, because I'm short, so I'm on a stair, and now I'm like face to face with this man, like eye contact, we're like, we here, like we, and I look at him, and he looks at me for like a smooth 3 seconds. It was this moment. Like, I promise y'all, it was, I don't know how to describe it. If you've been in a moment, then you know what it feels like, but it was a moment for like 3 seconds that I looked at him, and I really wanted to kiss him, but I was like, no, Naimah, because you have a boyfriend, and that would be wrong. And my conscience had to talk me out of it. So instead, I gave him probably like the meanest curve of his life, and I gave him a hug, and I was like, bye, Nick, I'll see you. I'll see you whenever I see you, pretty much. When I pulled away from the hug, he was like, I was gonna kiss you, but, you know, I was like, yeah, that's my cue to go in the house. Y'all, why was the door not unlocked? It was not locked. Like, the lock on the door was broken. It was not unlocked. I had to call my mama, and then we had to go through the whole awkward goodbye ritual again. And when we did that, he was like, so no kiss? And I was like, Goodbye, Nick. And I just walked in the house because I couldn't deal. I had to call Trina and I told her about the whole thing. She was like, oh. Whoop. So pretty much after that, I was like, we need to talk about what happened. Because, like, it was just way too, like, when I tell y'all that the vibe was flowing a little bit too right that night for him to even be, just for that to just be flirting, for him to just be being nice, whatever the case may be, I was like, we need to discuss what was in the air because something is not right. So when I called him to talk about it, he's just acting like he has no clue what was going on. He was like, yeah, we were just hanging out. We was just chilling. You was just what? You was just, huh? When you chilling, you be trying to kiss people? Oh, okay, that's what I thought. So, I was just like, what? And so, finally, it was like he was trying to bait me into saying, like, oh, I like you, which he did, because that's what I ended up saying. I was like, bro, look, I'm kind of feeling you, okay? Like, you know, I kind of got a little, you know, kind of like you, a little bit. And at this point, I'm single, y'all, just so y'all know. And he's just like, oh, well, you know, I want to be a rebound, and da-da-da, and etc., etc. He's making up, like, excuses, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. So I felt better after I told him, because honestly, it was going to drive me insane, because that night, when I tell y'all, there was so much in the air. Ooh, I got something in my eye. When I tell y'all, it was, like, so much in the air that night. Like, it was just a vibe. Like, I'm really big on energy, and when I tell y'all, there was a lot of chemistry in that air, okay? It was a lot. It was a lot, making it hard to breathe. After that, we hung out another time, and this was like before classes started, but I had moved in. We hung out and the vibe was completely different. This man was giving me the cold shoulder, like, and I was just like, okay. And you know, I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, okay, you know, maybe he's just tired or something. So then I see him again, like, it was around my birthday. Yeah, it was for my birthday. I saw him again, and he was still acting real different. He was acting real weird, like, and I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling the energy at all. So I'm just like, what is going on? So after my birthday, I asked him, I was like, are we good? Like, did I do something? Did I say something? Is everything fine? He's like, yeah, everything is good. And I'm just like, okay, well, you're not acting like it. So pretty much after that, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, and I'm not gonna drag this out. He was still acting funny. Like, he was acting really weird to me, and, like, the vibe was just off. He, like, stopped answering my messages and stuff, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I sent him hella messages. Like, I mean, messages upon messages. Like, my friend was like, Naimah, why are you sending him so many messages? And I'm just like, I'm the type of person, when I have something to say to you, and you're not answering your phone, like, I'm calling you, you're not answering your phone, and I'm not gonna see you in person, I'm gonna send it to you in a text message. I don't care how many messages it takes for me to get that point across. And that's how I felt. So I definitely sent him a bunch of messages, which I know, you know, probably should have done, but whatever. And literally, like, this man went ghost on me. Like, he legit did not answer me at all. Like, cold turkey, done. Like, Naimah is out of my life forever. I'm never speaking to her again. And I'm just like, dang, did I say something wrong? Like, I'm sitting here trying to figure out, did I do something wrong? Like, was it me saying that I liked him? Like, what is the problem? So after a while goes by of him ghosting me, because at this point, like, legit, he ghosted me for months, y'all. Like, months. So after a while of this going on, I'm just, like, slowly starting to give up. I'm just like, okay, at this point, it's like, whatever, and I just want my friend back. But I wasn't even getting to get my friend back at this point. So it was just like, okay. Nobody was understanding that either. Everybody was like, well, you just need to let the crush go. Yeah, the crush is gone, but I still wanted my friend back, which clearly that never happened. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I'm on Twitter, and I get a notification, and it says, Charlotte, like your tweet. Now, if y'all remember, Charlotte is Nick's crazy ex-girlfriend. One, she never followed me on any of my social media, ever. Two, I don't even know how she found my social media. You guys follow me. You guys know my name is not easy to spell. If you come across my page, 9 times out of 10, especially on Twitter, because I don't have that many followers on Twitter. If you come across my page, that means you were deliberately, like, looking for me, okay? Like, you knew where to go. But she liked a tweet from, like, months ago, you guys. Like, when I say it was old, I was like, why is she on my Twitter page lurking? So, you know, for safety reasons, I decided to text Nick again. I was like, hey, bro, like, watch out, because your crazy ex is lurking on my Twitter page. And, like, you know, I just want to make sure, you know, everything's good in the hood. And he was like, he pretty much questioned me, like, what are you talking about? I was like, I was just giving you a warning. Like, you know, I was like, get your girl. Like, that's pretty much what I told him. And he was just like, oh, like, whatever, okay. And he just kind of brushed it off. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I blocked her because I was not taking no chances. Like, sis sent that man to jail. Like, I don't want to go to jail too. Like, no. So fast forwarding, I'm completely over the situation at this point. Haven't talked to Nick in like months. And my friend, she tells me, she's like, oh my gosh, Naimah, you're not gonna believe why Nick stopped talking to you. And I'm like, why? And she's like, cause he's talking to his ex, Charlotte. And I was like, huh? Excuse me? And she was like, yeah, he's been talking to her and like they're back together. And I'm just like, let me get this straight. You ghosted me so you could talk to your crazy ex that sent you to jail. Idiot. So honestly, when I found out, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, like, it pissed me off. Because first of all, the person he was texting whose initial was C in his phone was Charlotte, you guys. It was Charlotte. I don't know how long they've been talking. I don't know what all was going on with them. I don't know if they were talking during that summer. I don't know if they were talking when he was talking about how he wanted to kiss me and whatnot. I don't know how long they was talking. But my point here is, I low-key got dragged into a mess for no reason. I'm just like, bro, if you would have just been grown about it and instead of ghosting me, just been like, I'm talking to somebody else, you didn't even have to tell me who it was. Because I don't care. If you would have just done that, it would have made it hurt a lot less. Because I'm just sitting here, I'm thinking I did something wrong. But no, you just wanted to go back to your crazy ex. Like, huh? That's pretty much the conclusion to this story. That's kind of how it kind of connects. Y'all, honestly, I really don't even have any words for this situation. Like, I just feel like if we're being like 100% real deal spill, okay? I'm gonna be real with y'all. If Nick didn't want to talk to me, he could have just told me, bro. Like, instead of just ghosting me, instead of doing all this extra stuff, you know, your ex is lurking on my page and you're following me and unfollowing me on my social media. Like, you literally could have just told me, like, Naimah, I'm talking to somebody, like, you know, that's why, you know, we're not going. I don't want to talk about what happened that night. He could have said any of that, but he didn't do that. And I'm just like, bro, we are too grown for you to be sitting here ignoring your problems. That is not the way to solve your problems. But that's the conclusion of the story. And honestly, moral of the story is never go for a guy that makes bad decisions and has a crazy ex that sent him to jail. Because you know what it's gonna do? You know what it's gonna do? It's just gonna cause problems in your life, sis. So don't do it. Don't be like me, okay? Take it from me. Don't be like me. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. I think I said all I had to say. I'm still blown about the situation. Like, I'm still blown that it played out how it played out. Because honestly, me and him aren't friends anymore because he decided to stop talking to me. And I high-key feel like it has a lot to do with Charlotte. So, it is what it is. But please let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, let me know your thoughts on this situation. Would you get back with the crazy ex that sent you to jail? Like, would you be upset that he ghosted you? Or, like, if you were in my shoes, would you be upset he ghosted you? Or would you not care? Like, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure you leave a like on this video. Leave a comment. Subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.
I want a chick that grind on a 9 to 5. Oh, she in them college books trying to get a rise. But tonight, I'm just trying to have a good time.